Hello everyone, this is Lisa Andrus, Psychic Medium, and this is your weekly reading for August 4th through the 10th. This week, as you can see, I'm using the Flower Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves. This is only the second or third time that I've used this deck, either personally or in these readings, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the cards are for the week ahead. I have shuffled and pre-drawn the cards. I haven't looked at them yet, so we'll all find out what the reading, or the week rather, holds for all of us at the same time. Okay, so if you're watching this video, this reading somehow applies to you. And if it doesn't right away, it may later, but these are messages for all of us, including me. Okay, so the Monday, Tuesday card is Balance Work, Rest, and Play. It's the yellow rose, and it says it's important for you to have fun along with fulfilling your responsibilities. It's interesting because they're asking me to tell you that I feel like this has been a big message for me lately, just simply because I'm a workaholic. It doesn't really mean that I spend all day at, I work during the day, but it takes a large portion of my day, and then what I end up wanting to do when I come home, because I write books, is to get my books out there. So my boyfriend has told me that, he said to me, you have like an amazing work ethic, but it's just because I have a drive to share the messages that I feel guided to in books. But at some point I realized, instead of going home every night and writing, that I had to take a night or two off a week. I just was starting to feel overwhelmed, like breathless with just all the tasks I had to do. Because say I had to work during the day, I was going to go home and cook dinner, then I was going to write, and then what time did I have left for myself? It wasn't a lot. And if you don't take enough time for yourself, you can deplete your own energy or become exhausted. And there have been times that I just realize I need to take a night for me, or I need to take some time for me. And maybe that means just catching up on a TV show that I want to watch, or reading a book because I love to read. Whatever that might be. And they want me to tell you, I've mentioned this before, but last week my boyfriend and I took a day and we went to an amusement park and we rode roller coasters. And it's something that takes a lot of energy to do, and it wasn't cheap either. So, it was something that we had just wanted to do and thought that we should do it. And it's funny because it was a week ago, and he said to me yesterday, 1 week ago, we were at the amusement park, so it's funny. It was like a good exercise for both of our inner childs. Are there other things we could have been doing with that day instead of spending a whole day, riding roller coasters and waiting in line and walking around? Sure. But it was a great activity that replenished us in ways that I think we don't even know. It's like sometimes we just have to let go and let go of the seriousness of life and just balance work with play, because I'm hearing that some of you take very, very good care of your families, and you need to start to try to take as good of care of yourself as you do of your families. And that means taking some time for you and saying no sometimes. I've read the book Assertiveness for Earth Angels by Doreen Virtue, and it's something that a lot of us would benefit from, because I've always thought I've been pretty good at saying no, but I think just like any other light worker or earth angel, that we're here to help others, it's hard for us to say no, but sometimes we have to. Sometimes we have to take care of ourselves. And I've learned they want me to actually say, even with books or readings that I do, I get asked to give books away a lot. I get asked to do readings for free sometimes, not always, but just, there's a cause, maybe like I know somebody that has cancer, could you give us a book, or, whatever the cause may be. And what I'm learning as I go along is there'll always be causes, and when I feel guided, I will contribute. But when I don't feel guided, I won't. And I feel like I was just asked for one, would I give a book? And I said yes. And then I said the parameters of which I was willing to give the book. So that means you give me the name and the address of the person that wins it, and I'll send it out. Great. But then I was asked again, can you give me the signed copy of the book so I can put it on our, auction or whatever it was? And I just had to say no. It's not because I didn't want to give, it's just because I can only extend myself so far. I'm still doing, I'm still giving a book away, but I've just learned I have to set boundaries and I have to set limits, um, just so I don't overextend myself or I don't allow others to push past my own boundaries. Okay? So I like this message. I feel like it's hopefully going to resonate with many of us. Okay? Now the Tuesday, Wednesday card is You Are Lovable, and it's a camellia flower, and it says, love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. It goes with our Monday, Tuesday message about self-love, and I'm hearing that a lot of us are really critical of ourselves. So again, they're showing me an experience I've had, a reading that I've had in my past, where the person channeling the message for me said that, my guides and my angels said that I am far too hard on myself, that they wanted to take away my personal beating stick because I beat myself up a lot, just very self-critical. And we are all here for a purpose, and we are all here for love, and that includes loving ourselves. You've done nothing wrong. God sees us all as perfect, no matter what we've done to this point, what we've not done. Life is just about being here and, loving ourselves right now and loving ourselves today. And we have to release and forgive the past or the present or the future and just love ourselves today. One of my favorite books is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And Louise Hay often talks about mirror work and saying I love you in the mirror. And when I first read that, I thought it was ridiculous. Well, I shouldn't say I thought it was ridiculous. I think the thought of me doing that in the mirror was ridiculous, but now I'm able to do it. I got through those first few times, and I thought to myself, just fake it till you make it. And it's something that I do out of self-love, not all the time, but sometimes. And we have to remember that we are love and how important we are to other people, and to be kind to ourselves like we would be to other people. Okay? And then the message for the weekend is, oh, what a good card. Financial healing. And it's the yellow lily. And it says, your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. So the big piece of this message that I'm hearing is receive. Again, it's come up in the message this week that we're all givers. We tend to be givers. And we have a hard time accepting help. Sometimes if I make dinner or something, my boyfriend asks me, do you need help with anything? And it's really hard for me to even say yes, please help me. Because I'm kind of a control freak. But saying yes sometimes is allowing myself to receive. And there's my cat Simone in the background saying, yeah. So it says that financial healing is coming our way, that things aren't going to be as bad as they've been in the past. I know that in the past few years, a lot of us have had struggles and feeling like the bottom has fallen out from some things. But they've said this before in other messages, and they're saying it today. It's not going to be as bad as it was. You're taking the right steps to heal your finances. So have faith, even if you don't see the outcome that you desire yet, that the miracle is on its way. And in that, allow yourself to receive. Even if it's something like literally opening up your arms and extending them to the heavens and saying, I allow myself to receive. Whether you do that literally or whether you do it in your mind, allow yourself to accept heaven's help. And then get out of the way of how it's going to happen and just allow it to happen. Because I'm literally seeing in my mind like a floodgate being opened to financial abundance. So you just have to believe that it is coming and try not to worry about the how. So it looks like it's going to be a good week, that we're going to figure out ways to express self-love and to balance our lives, especially if we're feeling overwhelmed by busyness and work. We have to take some time to relax, some time just for us. But the best thing is knowing that the financial healing that we've wanted to occur is on its way. So it looks like it's going to be a great week, you guys, and I will talk to you again next week.